A major third-party franchise gets the green light from Nintendo, and then less than 24 hours later, it's coming to Switch. A leaked photo from GameStop hints at 2 new Switch games, and they're probably Pokemon. Plus, delays once again hit the gaming industry like a tornado.
Good morning, Mario.
Good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. It's another great day in the Nintendo-verse because the news is piling up, and Nintendo did one of the coolest things they've done in recent memory, proving that they're actually evolving. Some people say they're stuck in the past, but this moment was so serendipitously sweet. So hit that like button if you love Nintendo, and let me know in the comments down below what you think these 2 leaked games could be. We'll get to that story in a little bit, plus our poll. It's the best fan poll yet. I mean, it's only the second fan poll, but it's the best one yet, and we have to see how this vote turns out at the end of the video. First, though, Tony freaking Hawk. He tweeted in a very 2021 fashion, "Just heard Crash 4 is coming to new platforms. Hey Crash Bandicoot, can you hook Tony Hawk the game up?" Now this is modern marketing at its finest. A little bit corny, but also clever. Nintendo typically doesn't do this sort of thing or engage in this kind of behavior. They're viewed as a company that is the equivalent of the 29-year-old kid that lives at home and still hasn't spread his wings. Yesterday, though, Nintendo said, "Come on, Crash, make it happen for Tony Hawk the game." And then Activision threw some eyeballs and Nintendo threw some eyeballs back. I love this moment because it's just corporate fun. Like, they're getting a little loose, right? They're having a good time with it. And we've heard Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 rumored for Nintendo Switch, but this morning they made it official. In less than 24 hours, Nintendo went from eye emoji to actuality. And we now know that Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1+2, the remake that hit other platforms last year and was received super well, is coming to Switch sometime. Now this will tie into the whole delay aspect of the video, but it got announced as a next-gen upgrade for March 26. So it's coming to PS5 and Xbox Series X then. No date but this year for Nintendo Switch. Now it makes good sense. Crash 4 is hitting Nintendo Switch in March. Probably don't want to double up with 2 Activision games in the exact same month, so my estimation is that it'll be slotted more towards the summer. I don't know that they would commit to this unless they were absolutely sure of it. In fact, I'm absolutely sure that they're sure of it, so I feel like it's got to be closer than maybe we think. And this game did release last year on the other consoles, the comparable consoles, the PS4 and the Xbox One, so the port is probably well underway. And it's another good get for Nintendo. I'm happy to see that they are really continuing strong third-party support here in 2021. It's about to get bananas with Bravely Default 2 from Square Enix, Monster Hunter Rise from Capcom, Crash Bandicoot 4 from Activision and Toys for Bob, and now, once again, from Activision, Tony Hawk. Plus, don't forget about Apex Legends at the beginning of March, and many more games coming later this year. Fingers crossed that Resident Evil Outrage makes it. In the meantime, though, I'll keep you posted on the date for Tony Hawk, and it could be part of a upcoming partner showcase, or maybe it'll just get a Twitter reveal. Either way, this was such a fun moment, don't you think? Let me know in the comments if you plan to pick up Tony Hawk. I hope it gets the same price point as Crash, $40. All right, you know the business is getting serious when we're screenshotting GameStop's old-fashioned computer screens. That store, haven't been there in a long time. They have been in the news a lot, but it's not because of Nintendo. Today they're in the news because of Nintendo. Someone took a shot of upcoming SKUs that were recently added to GameStop's system, and there are 2 new Switch games that are currently untitled. You might think that this is nothing, but typically when GameStop does this, it's right before announcements. And what is this week? Pokemon Day. Saturday is Pokemon Day, and we fully expect there to be some sort of Pokemon presentation before then, probably on Thursday or Friday. Frankly, I'd be shocked if they don't have any news on the gaming front, and it looks like these 2 titles are probably tied to that, especially because we think, and the heavy rumor, is that Pokemon Diamond and Pearl are getting remade for Nintendo Switch. 2 games, 2 SKUs, 2 Pokemon, Pokemon Day, 25th anniversary, GameStop, it all adds up. Now you gotta take this with a grain of salt. It's good for your health, but you still gotta take it, and it could be something completely different. Maybe Nintendo has a totally different type of presentation planned, or perhaps these are Zelda 35th anniversary games. Although Jeff Grubb, a lovable journalist from Detroit, says that, hey, the Zelda announcements are probably being shifted back, and he doesn't expect them till the summer. So all signs point to Pika Pika on those games, and that's my pick as well. But let me know in the comments down below what you hope these 2 SKUs are. Would you be pleased with Diamond and Pearl remakes, or do you want it to be something else Pokemon? There's been this unsubstantiated rumor floating around about Pokemon Let's Go catching, but it comes from an unreliable source, so I didn't want to cover it in an official capacity, although it has gained some traction today because popular leaker Kelios FR did like the tweet, although since he said that he just liked the tweet, he wasn't trying to back up the rumors. So I think it would be quite odd for Nintendo to drop a Let's Go title and a remake title all in the same year. That doesn't seem quite like them. They like to spread these things out, even though they are going to pour on the Pokemon. So who knows? Maybe we are going to get 2 random Pokemon games, but I feel pretty confident that these GameStop titles are indeed Pika related. And now for the sad part of the show. It feels all too frequent that we wake up and see major games getting delayed via Twitter. The victims today were Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 and Gran Turismo 7, but this ties to Nintendo. First though, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 didn't just get delayed, it got pushed out of the year and pushed into a complete quandary zone. Like, they pulled the developer, canned pre-orders, and basically said, we are going to try again, or at least try to make plans again. I'm sure they're not going to scrap the game in its entirety. This thing was supposed to come out late last year. It was supposed to be a next-gen game, and it had a collector's edition already. Pre-orders were out there, and they're completely scrapping that. This feels like a much more awkwardly handled, we're sorry, Metroid Prime 4. It's not going to make it when we thought it was going to make it, and we're restarting. That was handled with such eloquence and such maturity. This one seems to be more troublesome, though, than just some unlucky development. I would wonder if maybe something weird is going on behind the scenes because they completely fired the developer. They switched developers when the game was probably close to coming out, and I don't know, wow, that's a weird one. Now, Gran Turismo 7, those games often get delayed, and this was pushed from 2021 for PS5 to 2022, and along those same lines, it really sounds like God of War is not going to make it this year either. They had teased a 2021 date, probably just to push PS5 units, and now when they're talking about their lineup in a recent interview, it sounds like Horizon Forbidden West is going to be the big fall exclusive. I guess this was obvious, but it just goes to show you that it's so important, in my opinion, to be responsible for your messaging. I respect Nintendo so much because they don't dip into these dates that they know they probably can't hit. They don't just throw out hype for the sake of hype. False hope is not my favorite emotion. I don't like getting ramped up and geeked for a game only to have it pulled. Now, it makes a lot of sense. It is a COVID year, and as much as we were glad 2020 is over, 2021 is continuing a lot of the same things, and we're going to be hit with development delays, understandably. I want to be very clear that I fully get that games need more time and that we have to prioritize safety and health, and I'm 100% behind that. I just also know that given the scenario, given the situation, Nintendo is so smart and so cool for not divulging dates before they know they can hit them. A lot of people were pissed off that Nintendo did not show Breath of the Wild 2 or really reveal any major fall release for Nintendo Switch in their recent Direct, but I kind of love it. After today, you see games are in complete flux. There's a lot of turmoil, and companies never really know if they can hit a date, especially in the current pandemic era. So why get the pre-orders out there? Why amp the fans up? Why make a promise that you probably can't keep? I love that lately Nintendo has been announcing a game and a date, and then a couple months later it's out. Like, they wait till they're absolutely sure. And there's a lot of maturity in that, and I think it's really the right thing to do. It's good for the developers, and it's good for the fans. It doesn't create unrealistic expectations, and if they're unable to hit, well, they can just silently shift and make sure that nobody feels too stressed out. I love the way Doug Bowser and co have been handling things. Furukawa, you are the man, and I'm still eager to see what Nintendo has the second half of the year, but I'll patiently wait till summer to find out just what those titles are. Time for the juicy poll. This one got a plethora of votes, and it was put up really late. They're gonna go up earlier. Like I said, check back in the evening on the community tab on SwitchForce to vote for the next day's Good Morning Mario poll. This one, it's a heavy hitter. Which Switch game has to go? And we gave 4 options: Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Animal Crossing New Horizons, and Super Mario Odyssey. Now, the answers are fascinating to me, and it's pretty close, except one game escaped unscathed. Zelda Breath of the Wild was the lowest on the totem pole at 11%, but that's a good thing. That means that more people love that game than any of the rest, because we're looking which game is going to get booted. Next up was Super Mario Odyssey, which surprised me. I thought it would surely be Animal Crossing New Horizons, especially given that game's recent popularity. It's the newest title on the list, and it just has so much goodwill. but 29% of you said that Animal Crossing New Horizons had to go. And then my poor baby Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This is the one you're kicking to the curb. 42% of you said that MK8 Deluxe has to go. And I have to imagine it's because it's a port, right? Like you imagine if this one has to go, you still get to keep the Wii U version, and I understand that. And maybe, just maybe, if we get rid of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, then Mario Kart 9 will actually happen this year? Okay, I like that thinking a lot. I was gonna personally pick Super Mario Odyssey just because there's so many other Mario games on the system. Don't get me wrong, I love Odyssey and I think it was a great step forward. But now that we have New Super Mario Bros., we have 3D World, we have Bowser's Fury, Galaxy, Sunshine, and 64 all on the system, I feel like it's the most easy to replicate. But I love hearing you guys' answers. This is my new favorite part of the show, and I can't wait for tomorrow's poll. So make sure to check that community tab in just a little bit. Well, my friends, that'll do it for another episode of Good Morning Mario. We're cruising towards the 30th episode, and I appreciate you guys' support so much. This is my favorite thing I think I've ever done on YouTube. And knowing we're building a community around it, knowing we're building a fan base around it, knowing we're building positivity and love and passion and fun, it's the best feeling. There's a lot of other cool Switch games this week. I'm going to be checking them out, and we'll be back with another awesome episode tomorrow. Hopefully we get a Pokemon Direct. Bravely Default 2 is right around the corner, and another poll. I mean, I'll do this video just for the freaking poll, but thanks so much, everybody. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Share this with your friends. I feel like SwitchForce is struggling to push the videos out to subscribers, so make sure to turn your notification bell on. Make sure to share it with your buddies if you think they like it, and let me know in the comments down below what you think those leaked Switch SKUs actually are. Until tomorrow, though, everybody, thanks again. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart out there. SwitchForce, out.